welcome to another episode of me being tired and cold while garage sailing, but at least I have someone to be cold and tired with. My wife is off Saturday and Sunday this weekend, so we're going to do some garage sailing and then go to the Renaissance Festival with some friends over in Tampa because we're big nerds. Isn't that right? Check out that sad sign. It's a divorce sale. That's a bummer. We are at a elementary school garage sale. Looks like they're still setting up, but there's a good chance for, you know, like some little kids games, maybe some Pokemans, something like that. They kicked us the fuck out. They said that we were too early and to come back in like a half hour, but the first woman I talked to said that she'd call her husband and see if he would bring some of their games down, maybe, because they didn't bring any, so who knows, maybe in a half hour he'll be here. I saw two garage sales posted online that are supposed to have game stuff. One was DS stuff, and another one had like Xbox 360 and games. So, I don't know. Let's cross these things. Do it. There we go. Alright, this is supposed to be the 360 sale. We got a rat! And Katie named him George.
His name is George.
Apparently after my brother. This is a... I've gotten rats at garage sales before, so it seems to be the one Halloween item I buy at garage sales. But, move the rat. We got the 360, and it's a 4 gig slim, and it's like brand new. That's a controller. This is a controller, guys, in case you know what a controller is. And some games, actually some pretty nice games. First and second Left 4 Dead. Both of those are not cheap still. And Grand Theft Auto 4, and then this is like the third copy of Fable Lost Chapters I've gotten recently. The system was $50, and the games were $20. They're $5 each, so I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, the thing is like brand new, super fancy.
Fancy.
So we just left this little garage sale. They're still setting up, and this was the DS one. Wow, it's bright. And they didn't have, well, they had 2 games, and I didn't care about the games, but I guess they just got new 3DSs, so they were getting rid of all their other DS crap. None of these have chargers, but it doesn't really matter. There's a DSi XL, the Mario Edition, which is in really good shape, and Katie's juggling it. And then, that I guess that was the boys, like the newest, the one the boy had. Then that was the little girls, a DSi, regular size. I mean, it has some scratches and stuff on it, but it's not bad. The screens are still good. And then the most beat up of them all, light blue DSi. And that one has like a gash in the screen. I mean, it still works. They actually all still turned on. And I think this, you know, in the corners, it's like a little beat up. But it was $30 for all of them. So, I mean, I can't really complain. And no, they didn't have chargers, but the $10 a piece. And the Mario one, I mean, that's the one I was super stoked about. So, woohoo! Katie made me stop to get a beverage so she could eat a snack. We just left a house that had a couple old people that were doing a moving sale. And I asked if they had games, and it was one of those, like, they looked at each other like, and the husband was like, no. Nope. And then the wife was sort of like, well, I do have one of those. I have a really like old Nintendo, like when they first came out, and I was like, I'm interested in any game stuff. And she's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, you know, like, no. Yeah, the husband's like, no. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, maybe not the system, but do you have any games? And she's like, you know, just no. I'm like, okay, just say no then. So that was weird. So we're still at the garage sale, but I just got a 60 gig PS3. Some crappy DS games, a DS, a white DS with no charger, and this has all the cables for $80 for all of them. Wow, that was a long process. We were there, I was there for about a half hour. Katie actually had to run to the ATM to get a little bit more money. They kind of didn't want to sell it. Then they were like, well, we don't even use it, and they have a 360 they were going to keep, and they just gave away their Wii to a friend. So it was just this long, like, should we keep it, should we not? They actually went and talked, you know, by themselves for a second, but he kept pulling out, you know, a few more things and a few more games, and honestly, I really didn't want any of the games. Oh, I'm running to the, Katie's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm running back to the ATM. I have 0 money. So then, basically, they pulled out, like, they wanted to try to get rid of Rock Band 2, and I didn't want it, like the whole kit and everything, and they're kind of like, well, if we're going to sell it, we want to sell it all together. So finally we came to an agreement where they could keep their damn Rock Band instruments, they could sell them if they want, but I would take all of their other games and the DS and all the DS games for $80. No goddamn charger. No one has a charger for anything. This is like getting silly now, but it's a special like breast cancer edition one, the white one with the little like pink ribbon on it. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I've never found one of those at a garage sale, but that's 4 damn DS's with no chargers today. 2 hours later, we're back at the school. See if they kick us out this time. I gotta get this on camera. Paper mache dog face clock. That's pretty crazy. So I'm surprised anything was left, actually. They had $10 each on these. I got them for $5 each. Mario and Sonic, Olympic Games, Mario Super Sluggers, New Super Mario Bros, and Twilight Princess. And then just a DS Lite charger, a card charger. But hey, I mean, I have so many of the damn systems now, I don't have a charger for any of them. And then a PSP, guess what? With no fucking charger. $5 for the PSP, 50 cents for the charger, and $5 each for those games. So Katie has to pee-pee really bad. She's bouncing up and down. So I think we're done. We're going to go home. All right, I'm going to go over everything I got real quick. It was a good day, definitely, but it was another, like, all-new stuff day. I've been having really poor luck of finding older consoles or games. I mean, yesterday I did get a Nintendo and a Super Nintendo, but the Super Nintendo wasn't complete, and there really wasn't any good games at all at that garage sale. I'll start off with the 60 gig PS3. It is in pretty damn good shape, but I mean, I guess it's a little dirty with some dog hair. This came with one controller and a like off-brand charge cable for the controller, which they had to spend like 10 minutes digging in all these different phone charger cable bags and stuff. And then just a 6-axis controller, which is a little dirty. I gotta clean that off. It looks like someone was playing this after eating like some pancakes, maybe some syrup on there. And then it has the power cable and an HDMI cable, so that's kind of cool. And then the games they basically made me take, and when I say made me take, you'll understand why, because they're not even worth like a decent trade-in value or anything. NCAA Football 2009, Madden 2008, Madden 2011, NCAA 2011, Madden 09, a lot of winners here, MotorStorm, Def Jam Rap Star, a sealed copy of Rock Band 2, Sid Meier's Civilization Revolution. This is probably the best game out of all these. The Beatles Rock Band, Warhawk, and 2K Sports Major League Baseball 2K9. So sort of a bummer on the PS3 game selection. And then they had a leftover copy of Yourself Fitness on the PS2. And then the DS, which I'll show you that real quick, came in this little nice case. And it is in really nice shape. Like I said, it's the breast cancer edition. And then that has, what, has like a little extra stylus in there. And nothing else in the pouch. And then the games that came with that were more winners. Brain Age, Crossword DS. Someone likes the Sid Meier's games. Another copy of Civilization Revolution. And Mystery Case Files Millionaire. Myst. And Puzzle Quest. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll take them to the flea market and, you know, just try to get rid of them for like a couple bucks each. For the PS games, you know, maybe if I can get $5 out of them, but I doubt that. So I'll probably end up just trading most of those games in for next to nothing, just so I don't have to keep them sitting in a box forever. And the PS3 also came with a Blu-ray remote. I forgot to mention that. And then at that school, I got the DS Lite car charger. I mean, it's better than nothing. So at least I have one charger to go with one of the DS systems I picked up today. And then, where'd they go? Oh. The Wii games. These two were sitting out on the table with, like, 3 other titles. I think one was, like, a Sing-It game. And they had $10 each on all of them. And I thought I was talking to the same woman that I talked to this morning. But I guess soccer moms, like, with blonde ponytails kind of all look the same to me. Because she was like, I'm not really sure who brought these. This is a charity sale. Basically, everything here is just sort of donated, and then we're, selling it, and then the school, I guess, is going to, keep all the money. But I asked, hey, would you do $5 on them? And she said, sure, because she couldn't even figure out who brought them. And then when I bought these, a little girl that was at that booth said, hey, we have a couple more, and pulled these out from behind the table. So that is pretty awesome, because I was obviously much more excited to see these, and they just gave me $5 each on those as well. I don't know if maybe someone at the sale had pulled them aside for themselves. Maybe they wanted them. Whatever. And then at a different booth, obviously, like I said, no charger, so that's sort of a bummer, because I don't come across PSP chargers as frequently as, like, DS chargers and stuff. But it's in good condition. I do not know if it works, because it is completely dead. The battery was dead. But it was in the case like this, so I'm hoping that it looks so nice and is so pretty that it should work. If not, $5 for it, I'm not going to be bummed about paying that. And then I guess maybe the best deal of the day, just because I wasn't expecting to find this one. $10 each on these was pretty damn awesome, and now that, like, I look at it a little bit closer, the screen on it is a little scratched up, like the bottom screen. It looks like almost someone tried to write a word on it, but oh well. I have not tested games on all of them. I tested the game on this one while we were in the car, but I just don't understand how they can lose chargers so fucking easily. I mean, there's 3 of them in the same household. I think there was 2 different kids, and I just asked them, like, you don't have the chargers? And they're like, no. I'm like, would you mind looking for them? Like, oh, I don't know where they are. So I think maybe as soon as they got their new 3DSs, they said screw it, and they didn't even give a shit about these anymore. So I have a feeling that those chargers are probably sitting in their closet or something. But still, I wasn't going to say no to 3 DSIs, and 1 being the Mario Special Edition. That made me smile. And then the last thing was the Xbox 360 with the hookup cable that just had the basic red, white, and yellow composite cable. And the games, Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, Grand Theft Auto 4, and the millionth copy of Fable that I have. So it ended up being a good day after all, and now I'm going to go to the Renaissance Festival and hopefully eat a big turkey leg. Please do not forget to thumbs up the video, and if you don't want to thumbs it up, don't do anything. You don't have to thumbs it down, just saying. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.